So good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's town hall. My name is Jamie Regier, and I am the Community Development Coordinator with Curl Sask. A little bit about myself. I grew up on a family farm. I lived in Watrous for most of my life, and I started curling at the age of 9 years old. I fell in love with the sport right away, and I started making ice at the Watrous Curling Club as the head ice technician in 2011, and continued until 2021. Hosted many events over the years and was known for for great ice. I attended the Brier, Scotties, Grand Slams, and learned how to install and maintain great curling ice. Recently moved in Regina in 2021, got married in 2022, and started working with Curl Sask this past August. Really enjoy working with this organization, and I've been helping out with clubs with youth programs and curling club development. So today's overview for the town hall will include a safe place presented by Kelly Schaefer. We'll go over, talk about youth clinics in a box. What is a clinic in a box? Recreational coach workshop. We'll talk a little bit about club coach, Blizzard program, passion curling, and curling club's own Gmail email address. And then we'll open up the floor for discussion. So I'm going to turn over to the floor to Kelly Schaefer. She is now going to talk about safe place training.
Thank you. Okay, let me share my screen then and hope that everybody can see that. Can everybody see that now? Large screen?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks, Jamie. For those of you that haven't heard of Safe Places before, I know a couple on the call have already because you've had to be Safe Places certified as part of your role with Curl Sask. But I just wanted to share with some of the clubs out there the opportunity to share what Safe Places is, and then to offer that out to any of the members of Curl Sask as well to implement as a tool also. So Safe Places certification is basically a safeguarding tool that can be implemented by any organization, sport, culture, recreation, business. We have many of them here under our umbrella in Swift Current. And basically it provides education around the area of bullying, abuse, harassment, and discrimination. Talks about just kind of the signs, symptoms, your duty to report legally on abuse, and just to make sure that we have a baseline level of education and training to support anybody within the community that may be working with youth in whatever capacity. It also ensures that anybody who has prior criminal offenses, allegations, convictions that maybe wouldn't be suitable to work with youth, then it means that we manage all of that and deem somebody either eligible or ineligible to work with youth based on our certification program. We think it's beneficial because it increases the accountability of organizations and those working with youth, not only to kind of maintain a quality standard when interacting with youth, whether a coach, volunteer, umpire, official, staff member, facility member, but also to have a minimum education to say, as a community, we want to ensure that collectively we look out for the needs of the youth when it comes to keeping them safe. We have 3 different types of Safe Place certification. One is Aware certified, one is Community, and one is Youth certified. So there's a number of different options for certification depending on the role that that individual plays with youth. The most common one is Youth certification, and that's for anybody that works with under 18s regularly, requires specific education and then specific background checks in order to receive that designation. And the other 2 are similar, but again, it depends on what your role is that you play with youth. The Aware and Community certifications are maybe more suited to board members, staff members that don't work independently with youth. We have a set criteria that would deem somebody ineligible or may deem somebody ineligible to work with youth. So where you maybe do this yourself on behalf of your club or organization, and where Curl Sask did this previously before, you'll have some kind of criteria, but Safe Places sets the standard for that. And then we review all offenses related to any of these that you can see on the screen here. So we review the timeline in which an occurrence has happened, and then the nature of that offence as well. And we also take into account anybody that's maybe under investigation from their sport body, work placement, a tribunal or anything like that, that maybe would be deem them ineligible in terms of working with youth. Like, are they safe to work with youth, or are they not, based on maybe the investigation or protocol that they're being investigated for? So the certification is a number of steps in order to get that Safe Places designation. One is complete one of the education courses that have been identified. The second is to get the relevant background check for your certification. And then the third is to complete an online application with our Safe Places portal. And then you're deemed Safe Places certified in whichever designation. And then annually, we require each individual to complete an annual declaration to say that nothing has changed in terms of the criminal background checks. You do not have to submit a new background check. You just have to declare that nothing has changed. If it has, you submit what that was. If it hasn't, then you remain certified. Certification lasts 4 years from when you first applied. And then at that time, you have to recertify and go through the process again. We do have the opportunity to suspend and revoke anybody who we deem doesn't meet the criteria or eligibility criteria for Safe Places. So let's say somebody is certified, and then midway through the year of their certification, something comes up, whether it's a criminal offence, or maybe that they've had many reports with a sport body where there's been bullying or abuse or behaviour contradictory of their role as an adult with youth, then we can review that as well in line with the sport body to deem whether they should continue to have their Safe Places certification as well. The other benefit to Safe Places is that we do have a searchable public directory as well, so that we can see everybody that's certified within our organisation. Curl Sask is an affiliate of Safe Places, so if we go and search, you can search the public directory now yourself to see anybody that's in that directory, from officials to staff members to coaches and people that are working with teams and youth. We have an online portal and everything is managed there, so it's safe and secure. Independently, anybody can become certified anywhere in the province very easily. And then Safe Places manages that certification program. So what this tool does is it takes away the responsibility from the volunteers within the clubs to kind of manage that information, make sure everybody's up to date, collect paperwork. Are we storing paperwork? Are we following up with those people that should be coaching to make sure they have everything that they need? Whereas this portal now would determine who's certified, and you could easily access that information. So as an organization or club, if you said, everybody that's working in our junior programs, for example, we want to make sure they're certified or youth certified, you can ask them to do that, and then we can easily see, the parents can see that those people have gone through those steps and they've been vetted to make sure that they have everything they need for Safe Places. So then we take care of that for you as well. One of the benefits we find within our organization is that we have many coaches and volunteers working in a number of different sectors across sports and recreation. And so the Safe Places certification has become standard practice for our community, where we have, I don't know, close to 3,000, more than 3,000 people certified, and that's become what they have to show now, rather than reproducing criminal record checks every year, somebody trying to track that to show that they have gone through any or some sort of screening. And the education component is good too, just because it educates on maybe some of those more relational issues of how should we interact with youth. So it's great for coaches, officials, and so on. It also raises that education on maybe if we were skeptical of, maybe we weren't sure whether to report something, if we thought there may be signs of abuse or bullying or harassment, whether that's within a team or a club or organization, then it kind of gives us the tools and resources to take those steps to report and act. Once everybody's certified, you receive a certification that looks like this. It's digital, it's available online, and it basically transfers to the public directory. So if you need or want to show your certification, you can, but otherwise everything's live within that public directory. This is just an example of what the annual declaration looks like, that you're required to log on and just kind of check box off that you're good to go for another year. I mentioned the suspension and revoking capabilities. So if you become an affiliate to Safe Places and use this as your safeguarding tool, we can communicate with you to let you know whether if any of your people have been suspended or revoked based on information that we've received or reporting, or if you have that information and know that somebody has received specific offences, you can notify Safe Places and we can suspend or revoke from there as well. Same goes with any affiliate organization with Safe Places. This is just an example of what the public directory looks like. I typed in my name and there you can see first, last name, my number, expiry date, and then the organizations I'm associated with. I should probably add Curl Sask into there as well. If you don't feature in the directory, it means that you've either expired or you're not certified. So it's just a really quick check to see if everybody has what they need. Security of the online system is hosted externally with a software agency who have met all the government guidelines and are secure to store our personal information and to make sure that nobody else can access that information either. So we don't, as an organization, hold on to any of the documentation whatsoever. So it's just nice to know that none of that paperwork's kind of sitting around anywhere where anybody else can view that. And all the certification review process for the applications is confidential as well. Some of the benefits to certification is that there are different options to suit the role everybody plays within their organization. It does also mean that anybody with unsuitable convictions, let's say for sexual assault or things that they have been charged with, they can't be certified either. And we know that we've done our due diligence to ensure that those people can't work with our kids. As part of the education piece, it really does empower people to have the confidence to recognize signs and symptoms and to act. And then it brings to light also some of those safe sport policies that you or Curl Sask may have in place already, that it just kind of gives that buffer to say, this is the sport policy that we have, and based on our vetting process, we're implementing Safe Places, and then that's what your policy is. So it kind of takes that volunteer or staff member out of the equation when deciding whether somebody should work with an individual as well. And I know in small communities and clubs, when everybody knows everybody, sometimes that's a reprieve too, where if somebody else manages that piece, then you don't have to, face those people every day either and say why didn't you let me become certified, or that you saw somebody's criminal record check and you really didn't want to. It's just kind of that breach of privacy too. So the Safe Places certification system and management allows you or volunteers not to have to work through that at all. Also, the Safe Places brand, what we found here in our community is that it has become recognizable, that it is a brand standard, that we accept a certain degree of behaviors and positive behaviors around coaching and volunteering and leading activities in particular. And the more people that have become certified or aware of the Safe Places brand, it has allowed people to talk up more, to say, that's not acceptable based on the fact that we're a Safe Places organization. We expect more from our volunteers and staff in terms of how we deal with each other or how we deal with youth in that position of authority as well. So last year, Safe Places onboarded Curl Sask as an affiliate, and what that means is that they expect all their staff, volunteers, coaches, officials working for them to be Safe Places certified, whether they work with youth or not. They've recognized that they need a vetting process and that they just determine which certification is relevant for which position. And so as a perk to their members, they've decided to offer out to any of the Curl Sask members who would like to offer this also as a safeguarding tool for you to utilize as well. So anybody within your organization that works with youth, or anybody at all that you wanted to be Safe Places certified can now do so moving forward under the Curl Sask umbrella. And we can provide direction and a little bit more guidance on how we do that, how we communicate that, what that even looks like for your club should you wish to go that route. Everybody's given a certificate to kind of display. You're featured in the public directory. You're also featured on our website as a club who is Safe Places an affiliate, and you're given that stamp to utilize and communicate as well to say that that's the kind of brand standard that you're implementing within your organization as well. The best news is that Curl Sask is going to give you this free of charge, just as a perk for your membership. There will be a fee for those that aren't members that would like to implement the safeguarding tool as well. But this will just be a new perk that you can have as a member as well. On their Safe Sport website, it does outline their Safe Sport policy, what the volunteer screening policy and procedures are, and it does indicate that Safe Places certification is the screening process for Curl Sask, and it is mandated for all of their people in the following ways. For example, their board members, general volunteers, ICE techs need to be at minimum AWARE certified, and then example people like their Curl Sask staff, people working with juniors have to be Safe Places use certified. And then we can work with you to determine who should have which certification within your organization as well. If you have a particular Safe Sport policy within your membership, then we can help you update that as well, just to align with Safe Places, or how you would communicate that to your volunteers and staff as well. So how do you become a Safe Places affiliate? Well, you contact Safe Places and then you let us know that you would like to be one, and then we work with you on what that looks like, how we communicate to your memberships, how we onboard all of your volunteers and staff, and exactly what that looks like as easy as possible. We work with what you already have and what you're doing to just kind of implement the Safe Places brand and screening tool instead. So that was a quick overview because I know you've got lots to get through, but I'm happy to have a discussion with any of you individually after the meeting today if you have further questions or want to talk about it more. I can even show you the portal itself to show what it would look like for somebody becoming certified, or you as an organization, how would you even look to see who within your organization is certified within the directory. Any of those other features I'm happy to walk through with you as well. We have every youth organization in our community, from every sport, culture, youth serving agency in our community, mandate Safe Places. Also, as City of Swift Current, so as a municipality, if anybody's wearing a couple of hats, it's an option for them to implement as an organization. And we actually make sure it's required for any employees onboarding with our organization, whether they're working with youth or not. So that's become our new standard. And we're also in talks of just finalizing with Sask Sport 2 that they would like to umbrella this and implement for all of their membership as well. So on that, does anybody have any questions on any of that, thoughts, concerns they wanted to add? I'm all ears. Or no, nobody wants to ask in front of everybody else.
If anybody has any other questions and want to contact Kelly Schaefer, you can email her, get in touch with her, and talk to her private if you want. But if you have any questions now as a group that you wanted to bring up, now would be the time that she is on our screen and taking the time to go through it with us. So if anybody has any questions at all, feel free to ask Kelly.
No? Okay. Garnet, you went through the Safe Places certification as a coach, didn't you? You're on mute. I'm putting you on the spot here now. Has anybody else done the certification, or just no? Anyway, okay,
Brian
Jamie.
Champion. He has a
Oh
thumb.
yeah, Brian did. Oh yeah, he gave the thumbs up there.
There, I'm unmuted. Yes, I
Oh,
did.
there you go. Yeah. Did you find the process fairly straightforward? Like once you knew how to do it and what was expected, like is it fairly kind of streamlined from a coach perspective to get what you need to get done?
Yeah, I found it very easy. Probably the hardest part was me not being very technologically
Yeah.
was to get the criminal record check
Yeah.
put onto the site.
Yeah. Okay.
But my daughter
Yeah.
got that for me.
Oh, well, that's good. Awesome. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, Jamie, I'll leave you to get on with the rest of the agenda. And like I say, you can provide information that if anybody would like to contact us after today, they can.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us, Kelly.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Okay, so we will head back here to our town hall here. Okay, everybody see my screen again? Sorry about that. I'm with Garnet. Sometimes technological things happen, but we'll get through this. Okay, so we're going to be getting on and talking about Viterra. Viterra is the official youth development partner with Curl Sask. The Viterra Youth Clinics are a good way to get the youth to try curling in your curling center. Our goal is to help clubs have the tools to succeed and grow in the youth and in their community with curling. We have a number of exciting programs and deliverables to help coaches and instructors give the kids a curling experience that is fun and engaging and developmental. It is really hard to go to all the clubs to run a clinic over the curling season, and that is why the programs will help clubs to run clinics at the curling centers. So the Viterra Youth Clinics, Curl Sask will pay a grant for hosting the youth clinic or cover the cost of a passion curling program. Following your clinic at your curling club, please take a picture with the Viterra Curl Sask balloons and broom stickers. So Curl Sask will send out balloons and broom stickers to your curling club. We just need to have at least 1 week turnaround to send the brooms or the broom stickers to you. So just let us know how many has registered. The Blizzard Curling Program participants will receive a certificate. And again, we just need a picture with the group with the certificates. And once the Passion Curling Program is running, we just need to know how many are registered at your club to send their certificates to you. So in order to receive the hosting grant, you'll need to fill out the form found on our website under, so you go to Youth, Viterra Blizzard Program, and then Viterra Grant Application. So on this screen, you'll see when you are hosting a Viterra Youth Clinic at your curling center. If you have 1 to 8 participants, you'll get $100. 9 to 16, you'll get $200. 17 to 24, $300. And then if you have 25 to 32 participants, there'll be $400 for you. Or if you're having the Passion Curling Program, we will cover the cost of $525 for your club. So it's either the hosting grant for the Viterra Youth Clinic or the Passion Curling Program. So clinic in a box. Some of you curling centers already might have a clinic in a box. You might be wondering what is a clinic in a box. But with the clinic in a box, it'll come with a hack that can be portable. It can be put anywhere on the sheet of ice to give the youth a feel what it's like to get the rock down the sheet of ice and into the house. Just need to add rocks on the back of the hack to hold it down on the ice from moving around. So eventually you can start putting it just in front of the hog line. And then as the kids get better chance of getting the rocks in the house, you can move it further and further back until now they're going to be throwing from the far end. It also comes with sliding devices to help keep the shoulder square when sliding out of the hack and also to be more stable. That's really good for kids that are first time or anybody on the ice that's never curled before to give them a little bit more stability. It also comes with step-on sliders, and these will last a long time as the older ones before the elastic around that goes around your shoe becomes worn out and stretched. So these ones, they just step-on sliders, they'll last a long time. Also, in that clinic in a box will come with a 1 hour and 2 hour clinic session plans, all put together, allowing instructors to follow the guidelines to run a successful clinic at your curling center. And this will help get the youth involved in your curling club. So that is what is a clinic in a box. And then we'll just, the registration, you'll just need to run a registration at your curling center. And like I said before, we'll send out balloons, broom stickers for your club once you know how many are registered. Once the clinic is over, like I said before, just get a picture with the Viterra and Curl Sask balloons. And like I said, Viterra is a major sponsor of youth curling, and you can just email pictures to curling@curlsask.ca once you have run a clinic at your curling center. So club coach. We are no longer offering the club coach course. We're now offering what is called a recreational coach workshop. This workshop will combine off-ice and on-ice learning, and the workshop will take about 2 hours in length. So anybody that has had the club coach course before, that you took it in the past, okay, it's still good, but we're not offering the club coach course no more. This next slide I'll be going through right away. We're gonna be talking about what is a recreational coach workshop. The recreational coach workshop is a new program looking to instruct at the coach and the curling club level, and that anybody can take this workshop. The recreational coach workshop is designed to enhance the skills of the coach and instructors who function primary at the club level and at school level. Please note this is not an NCCP accredited course. It is the basics of curling that you'd be able to bring to your curling center to bring in new curlers at your curling club. This is perfect for those wanting to run programs with the curling center. And once the workshop is completed, you can plan a youth clinic to get kids excited about curling. So step number 1 would be book an instructor training session about the recreational coach workshop. Step number 2, plan a youth clinic and get kids excited about curling. Step number 3, plan a Viterra Blizzard program in your community. And then step number 4 is Passion Curling Skills Development Program. So those are 4 steps to start off with to get kids into your curling center and to get curling up and going at your curling club. So the Viterra Blizzard, Curl Sask has partnered with Viterra and Passion Curling to bring a simple and easy to run weekly youth program to your curling center. This program starts with the basics of curling and advances each week. The program offers 2 8-week sessions for coaches to deliver level 1 and level 2 programs. It is free instructor training, and the course materials and prizes and certificates is a value of $100. Have you taken the Blizzard program in the past? If yes, the next step would be the Passion Curling, which is U15 to U21 and a value of $525, and that'll be free as long as you are a member with Curl Sask. So the Passion Curling, the next step after the Blizzard program, and sorry, the Blizzard program is from ages 6 to 12, would be the Passion Curling. And it is a structured program intended for youth 21 years and older. The program will allow them to learn the basics of curling while having the fun in the sport. Participants will have the opportunity to discover the different techniques of the game and develop physical activity in a safe environment supervised by trained instructors, as well as to improve their general knowledge of curling. The instructor reference guide of the U15 to U21 skills development program includes a detailed description of the curling techniques and is a 20-week program, and skills evaluation charts, as well as a bank of exercise and drills of off and on the ice. So if you are interested in the Passion Curling, for more information, you contact Emily Belay. She is the owner of Passion Curling, and she also came up with the Blizzard program. To date, this curling season alone, I think we've got 8 new curling clubs that are taking the Passion or Blizzard program this year, and 3 with the Passion. So it is good program. A lot of curling clubs are taking it, and it's been out for a few years, so we do have other curling clubs taking it as well. So curling clubs Gmail email. Curl Sask would like to see every curling club have their own Gmail email address. We have a few clubs using personal email addresses. And when that individual is done their term on the board of directors, we don't know who to contact. And when we're trying to reach and get out to curling clubs and give them information, the person doesn't return their emails or doesn't get back to us. We want the information to go to the curling club. So if you do have your own personal email address as your curling club main contact, please get a curling club Gmail email address. So for an example, you could be, example here is curlingclubname@gmail.com. And you can have it set up to forward to other people on your board. So it comes in, it goes to the other people that you need to go to on your board. You can change it once a person has left the board or the previous one has left. And for more information, you can go to Google Support. Please let CurlSAS know if you do change your email address for the main curling club contact, and we can update it in our database. So if you do have your own personal one as your main club contact, please get a Gmail email address. It makes life easier for CurlSAS when we're trying to send stuff out to curling clubs. So that brings it to the end of today's town hall. If you have any questions now, you can please unmute your microphones and we can go to question period. No questions at all, anybody? Okay, so I'd like to thank you all for joining today. And like I said, I'm looking forward for this upcoming curling season. You don't feel free to reach out to me anytime you have any questions. My email is jamie.regier@curlsas.ca. Phone number is 306-780-9202, extension 6. And I'd be able to help you out. If I don't know the answer, I will find out for you. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining today.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.